All right, hello everyone. Welcome back to the channel. My name is Sammy Fryer, licensed realtor in the state of South Carolina, and we've been doing a lot of talking about the economic development, about the growth, about the forecast, and the overall economic health and investment opportunities in our market, particularly in Florence, South Carolina. And I just want to point out an article that was recently released from Area Development that highlights just that very thing. So with that being said, I'm going to pull the article up and let's read a couple of the key points from it. And again, this is from Area Development, as you see there. 2023's leading metro locations, hotspots of economic growth. And the thrust of this article is stating that the leading metro areas are those poised for long-term growth and often are hubs of high-tech industry where workers may benefit from affordable cost of living. And that's something we've talked about a lot, is the benefit of being able to live in an area with affordable cost of living here in Florence. So let's just read a couple of the key takeaways, then let's look at the ranking. So the research for this report was conducted and compiled by Patrick Clapp of Chmura Analytics and the Area Development Research Desk. Let's click on that real quick. So this is their website. You can check them out. Our PhD economists, data scientists, and strategic planners are your guide to the labor market. And here's some of the companies they've worked with, so you can check them out. I'll put links to both of these down in the description of the video, but let's just get right into the article. So a couple of the key points that I want to point out is they have a focus on long-term growth. So let's read this quote here. We want to see the staying power of a region, sort of like the tortoise and the hare. We want to see the consistent growth over time. If it's just the last 12 months, you may have had a company that's moved in an expansion or a one-time effect, or there would be a one-time effect. Long-term growth is important to highlight, Clapp concurs, as opposed to most recent growth. That's why the leading metro location study, which is the one that we're about to look at, measures data over a 5-year time frame. 5 years ago, it was well before COVID-19 turned the world upside down. 3 years ago was right in the midst of the upheaval, and current day metrics have largely moved on from their pandemic interruptions, at least in the healthiest locations. The areas that fared the best in this ranking are generally those whose metrics showed them in a significantly better place today than they were before COVID-19 pandemic, even if they took an understandable dip in the middle. All right, and I don't want to get too deep in the weeds. The article will be posted in the description. You can read all this if you would like to. Point is, here's yet another confirmation of the viability of investment opportunity in Florence, and just another indicator that Florence, South Carolina is one of the healthier places on our map, especially in our area to move to if you're considering moving. Or if you already know you're moving here, then this will just be an encouragement to you. Number one on the list is Salt Lake City. But if you go down, in the 48th spot, just behind Reno, Nevada, is Florence, South Carolina, ranked 48th overall. And just above our neighbors to the north in Wilmington, North Carolina. Now, I would suggest that to be inside the top 50 for our area is very encouraging, considering that this list consists of 384 communities. So out of the entire United States, there are 340 cities that they have ranked behind Florence, South Carolina in terms of economic health. I would suggest to you that's a pretty big deal. That's very encouraging for our area. And you can see just how long that list is. All right, so I'm not going to belabor this point too much. You can go read their article at areadevelopment.com. Just wanted to point that out to you guys. We've been talking a lot on the channel about the health of Florence, about some of the different things that make Florence a good area to consider moving, or if you're already moving here, just some things that will encourage you about that move. And so with that in mind, I'll just take a couple of moments to tell you about some things we have planned coming up on the channel. We are continuing to want to drill down and do a by neighborhood assessment of Florence, showing all of you out-of-state buyers or just out-of-market buyers, or even in-market buyers for that matter, the statistics, the data, the general overview, some of the surrounding amenities for each neighborhood in Florence so that you can understand how our market is composed and start to get a good idea of maybe specifically what neighborhood or area in our market you want to consider moving into or looking into as you're working with your real estate agent. And of course, we still want to continue showcasing and reviewing some of the local businesses and activities and opportunities that are in our area. And we've got a couple of things lined up on that note as well. And we do have our weekly housing market update that uploads every Tuesday at 7 o'clock. So if any of those things interest you, then please like this video, but subscribe to the channel, turn on your notifications so that you can be notified whenever we release those future videos. And so if you're planning your next move or to sell your home, then reach out to me today. All of my contact information is down in the description, and we can set up a complimentary buyer's consultation or home valuation to see what your home is worth today in our current market. And so with that being said, this is very encouraging for us here in Florence. We are one of only 2 South Carolina cities that they have ranked in the top 50, with Charleston being at the 34th spot. So if you guys are looking into our area in Florence, South Carolina, then be encouraged. This is an exciting time to buy into Florence. And with that being said, I can't wait to help you guys in your next real estate transaction. And I wish you all the best in your real estate endeavors. And in the meantime, y'all take care, and we'll see you on the next one.